Okay, good afternoon. My name is Jeff Kuhn, and on behalf of the City of Fort Collins Commission on Disability, I'd like to welcome you all here to the 2013 Mayor's Awards. Today's ceremony is held every year in conjunction with October being National Disability Awareness Month. The Commission on Disability serves to represent those with disabilities in our community and advises City Council on issues related to the disabled. We also work with other city commissions, city departments, local agencies, and individuals to help make Fort Collins a great city in which to live for everyone. At this time, I'd like to recognize the COD members that are here. Up here, Jenny Arndt, Michelle Miller, and way in the back we have Mike Devereaux, and we have a city liaison, Ethan Cousins, and city support staff, Roseanne McDonald, and Hetty Huber, who I mentioned earlier. And we have two members that aren't present today, Tommy Klender and Rose Luna. And have I missed anybody? That was my biggest fear. Oh, I did miss one person, Terry Schlichting, if he'd come up here. Our commission would like to recognize outgoing member Terry Schlichting as he completes his second four-year term. That is 8 years that Terry has volunteered his time in order to be an advocate for people with disabilities in Fort Collins. During his time on the commission, he has served in a leadership role as the former chairperson, and he has also been a valuable member of the commission when not serving as the chairperson. He always offers thoughtful insight and a unique perspective in dealing with issues brought forth to our commission. It's common amongst the city boards and commissions for people to only serve one term, and some even less than that. So for Terry to spend the last 8 years serving 2 terms is really commendable. To have served and remained dedicated to the disabled community since 2006 speaks volumes for Terry. And so I would just like to thank him on behalf of the commission and offer Terry a round of applause for his service.
Thank you very much. I came here 17 years ago as a freshman at CSU, and I came to a community that welcomed me with open arms, and that's one of the reasons I decided to stay, and I now call Fort Collins my home. And thank you, everyone who's ever given me assistance, and thank you to the Commission on Disability for your dedicated service.
Thank you, Terry. I have a feeling we'll still be seeing you from time to time. All right, so the Mayor's Awards have been awarded every year since 1982, and they are awarded in order to recognize individuals, businesses, and agencies that have made significant contributions to those with disabilities in the Fort Collins community. At this time, I would like to introduce our Mayor, Karen White-Connaught, who will present this year's awards.
Welcome, everyone, and isn't it a great day to be in Fort Collins? Just being outside, October is one of the special times of year, and I think partly because we do these awards every year, this is my 3rd year, and that change in the weather, I think, just brings a great excitement and an enthusiasm for where we're headed and what's coming forward. So thank you all for coming out today, and I'm excited to be here and present the Mayor's Awards this afternoon. So, if you had the power to change the world, what would you do? Think big, you know. Perhaps you would end hunger or injustice. Maybe you would call a ceasefire to every war in the world. What a wonderful position to be in, to hold the power to effect such revolutionary change. Certainly, these goals are daunting and out of the reach of any one single person. But today isn't about individual victories. It's about what we can accomplish when we work together to enrich the world that we live in. It's about applauding the small triumphs that bind us all together. We've set aside this time to celebrate and to honor the people, the organizations, and the businesses in our community that impact our lives. These award recipients have dedicated themselves to creating a home that embraces diversity and difference and those who are challenged by disability. It's a significant day, not only because saying thank you is important, but because it's a remarkable reminder that here in Fort Collins, good things are happening. We are a great city. Many say a world-class city. But even more than that, Fort Collins is a great place to call home. Fort Collins is a community in the very sense of the word. Let's consider that word community and think about what it means. Our friend Webster, of course, defines us that community is just a group of people who live and work in the same place, or interacting population of various kinds of individuals in a common location. However, today, as you look around the room at the accomplishments and the acts of kindness carried out by each of you, I think the word becomes something deeper and bigger. Community represents something better, something more excellent than what Webster's definition tells us. In Community and Growth, Jean Vonnet tells us that community is a sign that love is possible. In just a few words, his wisdom tells us that when people come together with common purpose, with energy, with heart, lovely things happen. Lives are enriched, relationships are established, and a community comes to life. Mr. Vonnet tells us something else important about community. He writes that community never says, "Look what I can do for you," but rather, "Look how we can be together." Fort Collins is indeed a community by all these definitions. Today we celebrate our community and we celebrate the possibilities of empathy, compassion, and love turned into reality. It is in that spirit of mutual respect and friendship that we come together to celebrate the ways of all of our lives that have been enriched by the honorees that are here today, as well as the ways that we have transformed through their pursuit of a more compassionate and a more just Fort Collins community. The commission faced a tough decision again this year. Once again, a record number of nominations were received, and final decisions with award recipients was really tough. The work of our nominees is extremely important, impactful, and it is life-changing. Each nominee is remarkable and invaluable to the Fort Collins community. So before we get to award winners, I would like to invite all of our nominees forward and give them the recognition that they so deserve. So please, if you're here, come on forward. BJ Russell, Connor Kelly, Brian Collins, Fort Collins Service League, the University of Colorado Health Kitchen Staff, No Barriers, Joanne Vandewalla, Projects Research, Elder House, Will Sutton, Sabrina Bailey, Sandra Lee, Brenda Pasher Carroll, Dwayne Schmitz, Bonnie Blair, Linda Brooks, Jean Van Groyle, Angel Jones, the Hilton, Columbine Health Systems, ARC Thrift Stores, and Poudre School District. Our first award is the Partnership Award. Each year, the Commission selects an agency, business, or individuals whose influence is multifaceted and who embodies the essence of community, collaboration, and compassion to receive our partnership forward. For 40 years, Foothills Gateway has been at the forefront of bringing support and equality to people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Could I have the Foothills Gateway rep come forward? Come on and share the bright light with me. Foothills Gateway has worked tirelessly to raise awareness, to educate people, and to bring hope. Since 1972, they have touched thousands of lives, helping the people they serve and their families conquer challenges and receive their maximum potential. Currently, Foothills Gateway serves 1,300 individuals by providing a myriad of services. For some families, Foothills Gateway will bring encouragement and support through early intervention. For others, the agency will provide pre-vocational training, supported living services, transportation, and supported employment opportunities. All these are offered in an atmosphere of respect and acknowledgement of the talents and the value of each person. Their goal, to empower every ability and highlight the achievement of the human spirit, is pursued every day with integrity, intentionality, and compassion. Today, we celebrate 40 years of partnership, 40 years of progress, 40 years of community building. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2013 Partnership Award recipient, Foothills Gateway, and Kim O'Neill. Thank you. Our next award is Employer of the Year. It recognizes an employer who provides authentic work opportunities for people with disabilities, or who creates a positive, supporting workplace for others who work with those disabilities. Poudre School District's School to Work Alliance program, SWAP, provides transitional services for young adults with mild to moderate special needs by preparing them for employment and establishing strong community partnerships with area employees. Those relationships are vital to the program's success. Without the support of businesses, SWAP students would learn essential job skills but have no place to utilize them. So, in her role as SWAP coordinator, Jean Groyel works closely with employers and has the perfect perspective to identify one who goes above and beyond to provide support for success. From her viewpoint, King Soopers is one such employer. Could we have the representative, King Soopers Stores? From her viewpoint, King Soopers is the ad employer. They have worked cooperatively with Jean and the SWAP team to place multiple students in stable work positions. But more than that, they have patiently coached young employees with social or emotional needs, make sustained employment a challenge. In some instances, they have provided a second chance to learn, grow, and thrive. Additionally, they created an environment of acceptance that guides their staff, resulting in a positive workplace for SWAP students and their co-workers. For their continual support of the SWAP program and their contribution to the Fort Collins community, we welcome the 2013 Employer of the Year, Fort Collins King Soopers Stores. Thank you. Thank you very much. The third award is the Employee of the Year award, given to an individual who embraces his or her call to do impactful, life-challenging work for and with people with disabilities. Throughout Fort Collins, there are remarkable people whose life work involves serving people with disabilities. They train for years. They earn degrees and certificates and licenses and possess expertise in law, education, and other important services. Their impact is far-reaching, and without their dedication, our work would be insurmountable. On many occasions, these people are recognized, but today we want to say thank you to them all. This year, our Employee of the Year falls in a wholly different category. With that, I would ask that John Schmidt come forward. John here? Joe Lovato has volunteered at HP for 15 years delivering mail. His mom says that he's a great person, a great worker, and thanks to John Schmidt, just another one of the guys at HP. John works security and has befriended Joe, stepping forward with a commitment to always be there for him. He has become a friend, a counselor, protector, and advocate, willing to stand his ground if anyone attempts to give Joe a tough time. Joe better come and see us. John and Joe are work buddies, as you can see. Plain and simple. They like each other. They respect each other. And they enrich each other's lives. Together, they built a small community that took no notice of disability or difference. The community has grown, and thanks to John, Joe now has plenty of friends. What is remarkable and what we celebrate today is that there isn't a word in John's job description about being Joe's friend. He just is. His friendship with Joe is real and reciprocal, and that's what community is about. Let's welcome our Employee of the Year, John Schmidt, and his friend Joe Lovato. The Service Provider of the Year Award recognizes a business or organization that provides exemplary and life-enriching services to people with disabilities. What do you get when you take CSU construction management, upperclassmen, and mix them with compassion and vision? You get CM Cares, and I bet this is the neon green. Come on up here. This is so we know they're here. Developed to introduce students to service learning and to help them understand that touching someone else's life changes your own, CM Cares is an essential part of the construction management program and has been seen great success since its inception. In only 3 years, they've completed 13 construction-related projects for community members with special needs. They have designed and built ramps and home additions, as well as made modifications to existing structures to increase accessibility. Through this service, tomorrow's leaders have learned more than sound design principles or the intricacies of project management. They have learned that the best lesson, that there is a great value in being part of something bigger than themselves, and that there is great joy in a community. It's my pleasure to introduce CM Cares, the 2013 Service Provider of the Year. Thank you. Sure. We have time.
You will. Thank you, Mayor White Canut. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Well, sort of. I have the name
Like
Funk.
a construction project.
Yeah, so, I've been used to people butchering my name ever since I was in first grade. But anyway, let me just take a minute. Thank you, Mayor, for this award. Let me introduce the people that really make this happen. Caroline Clevenger, she's a professor in our department, the construction management department. Kristen Haller, she's the one that keeps the wheels going. And our department head, Dr. Katab, and then Christy Preston, the hard work behind the scenes. And I do thank you for recognizing us, but we really are not the ones that should be receiving the award. We get the chance to work with college students, and we try to define who some of the leaders are, and we put them in a leadership class, and we task them with completing a project. Not only do they have to get the project built and get it designed and get it permitted, but they also have to raise the funds. So the projects we do are completely donated to the recipients. And that's been a really fun thing. To kind of sum it up, one of our seniors last year said, in most of the classes, all I have to show for it is a notebook. And that's kind of true. Anyway, and then he said, but when I finished the CM Cares project, I made some friends. I've got something physical to show people, and it's an amazing thing. I do want to just thank our president, Dr. Frank. He was the one that actually tasked our department head, Dr. Katab, with providing service learning opportunities. And then Dr. Katab was the one that had the vision to kind of launch and to set us off on doing this. And I just got lucky. I got to teach the class and get to hang out with really cool students. But there were some really cool people here. It was really fun to see what you all are doing, and congratulations to you all. And thank you so much for letting us come. And then, Mayor, we wanted to present you with a vest. And I think you really should
My
wear it the
favorite
rest
color.
of yeah, I think it is in your color wheel?
It is.
Oh, okay,
yes.
good. Okay, well, we just thought
Great.
maybe if you'd want to wear it while you're up here, you could
So
look
they can
silly
see
like
me?
we are. But if you'd like, I mean, kind of would cover up that really neat flower you have on. But
That's the last rose of summer.
yeah, I'm sorry. There you go. Okay, all right.
Color coordinated.
There you go. All right, let's give her. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. Thank you. The Volunteer of the Year Award is reserved for an individual who contributes his or her time, effort, and heart to making our community kinder and more compassionate home for people with disabilities. How many volunteers make a 365 a year commitment to bringing a smile to someone's face? How many would recognize that one simple act, receiving a birthday card, would be a source of joy for people whose birthdays might go unnoticed, uncelebrated? And how many would act on that realization? Donna McBroom is our Volunteer of the Year. Donna? You got beautiful flowers, too. Years ago, Donna McBroom learned from a gentleman receiving services at Foothills Gateway that he had no family to wish him a happy birthday. That conversation gave Donna a mission. Believing that everyone should be able to celebrate on such a special day, she determined to send every person in Foothills Gateway programs a birthday card every year. Right now, that's about 550 cards every year. Yeah, wow. Tallied up. Donna has purchased 5,000 plus cards, addressed 5,000 plus envelopes, and oh, heavens, licked 5,000 stamps. That's the hard
I
part.
know.
Foothills reports that these cards are anticipated by their clients and that they never fail to bring a smile. Such a simple plan, such an everyday gesture, and such a huge impact. It's my honor to welcome Donna McBroom, our Volunteer of the Year. Thank you so much. Thank you. The Spirit of Fort Collins Award is presented to an individual business or organization that exemplifies the spirit of Fort Collins, not only in their acts of kindness, but also in their passion for creating change and their respect for people with disabilities. Every year, the Commission faces at least one stalemate. They find themselves deliberating over a pool of nominees that's so aligned with the goals and the hopes of Commission that it's selecting a winner is almost impossible. So when they can't be decisive, they only do the reasonable thing. They honor two individuals whose actions represent the spirit of Fort Collins. Our first Spirit of Fort Collins Award winner is Deborah Spotts. Deborah Spotts is an employment specialist and program coordinator with the Center for Community Partnerships at Colorado State University. For more than 10 years, she has partnered with Poudre School District, DVR, Disabled Veterans, employers and and agencies to provide support services and opportunities that enrich the lives of people with disabilities in the Fort Collins community. Her enthusiasm, positive energy, and innovativeness have led to the creation of a multitude of employment opportunities that benefit employees, employers, and our community as a whole. Currently, she is the driving force behind the New Starts for Student Veterans program, which supports soldiers with post-9/11 injuries as they pursue college degrees. Deborah is well-respected community of the Larimer County Workforce Investment Board and the Larimer County Veterans Network. She also has served on the Fort Collins Service League, the Poudre R1 Alternative Cooperative Education Advisory Board, and the Junior League of Fort Collins. Everything Deborah does, her devotion to individuals with disabilities, to their dignity and their worth, is evident, and our belief that everyone has a vital role in creating community is an inspiration to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, Deborah Spotts, 2013 Spirit of Fort Collins Award recipient. And last, our second award winner is Sarah Jane Kyle. When Jeff Kuhn's daughter Gretchen began kindergarten, there was a brand new reporter at the Coloradoan. Her first big assignment was to find and follow a brand new kindergartner, and as luck would have it, Gretchen was available. She brought a little extra something to the report's assignment because Gretchen has Down syndrome. That began a year-long collaboration between two individuals, both experiencing something new and figuring out how they would fit in. Gretchen thrived in kindergarten, and so did Sarah Jane Kyle at the Coloradoan. The first day of kindergarten turned into a feature article, and Sarah would highlight Gretchen twice more to follow her progress and to focus on the benefits of inclusion for both children and special needs and their peers. Since the series, Sarah has gone on to create her own little niche as a reporter for the Coloradoan. Her byline, Sarah Jane Kyle, Causes, Giving, and Philanthropy, says it all. She now is a seasoned reporter and has a weekly causes column that features one of the many Fort Collins nonprofit agencies. Her work has resulted in increased exposure for those agencies and the individuals they partner with. She has invigorated our sense of community, reminding us that every human being has intrinsic worth and that we are all in this together. We welcome the 2013 Spirit of Fort Collins Award recipient, Sarah Jane Kyle. And welcome. Yes. Our next award is the Dorothy Lastly Memorial Award, which spotlights a person with a disability who is an active voice in the community, champion for the rights of all people with disabilities. Consideration is given to the nominee's contribution to the community through volunteering, organizational membership, and/or community leadership. It is named for Dorothy Lastly, who was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at the age of 2. This necessitated the use of a wheelchair for mobility and later caused the loss of Dorothy's eyesight. Ms. Lastly worked tirelessly throughout her lifetime towards removing both architectural and attitudinal barriers for citizens with disabilities. She was an advocate for people with disabilities, donating countless volunteer hours until her death in 1983. She worked for equal opportunities in employment, transportation, housing, education, and independent living during a time when society was just beginning to recognize the value of including all citizens in daily life. In many ways, she was a pioneer. Our Dorothy Lastly Memorial Award winner, Roy Mutart. Stand with me. Following in her footsteps, Roy Mutart, president of the Action Club of Northern Colorado, a Kiwanis club for adults with developmental disabilities. Since gaining this position, Roy has overcome his natural reserve to become an active and vocal advocate for himself, his peers, and his community. Not only does he oversee the activities of the actual Action Club, he's become an adept speaker, representing the club at events and sharing his ideas and opinions with legislators and dignitaries. Hey. Most importantly, because he recognizes that everyone can use a hand now and then, he has guided the Action Club in raising money to benefit the High Park fire victims and to fund neonatal tetanus vaccines. He is currently working on a food drive for people impacted by local flooding. Oh, busy. Roy has mastered the art of community. He accepts those around him and is accepted in return. He shares his gift and his vision for a better Fort Collins, and above all, practices compassion. He is everything a good neighbor should be. Join me in honoring Roy Mutart, our Dorothy Lastly Memorial. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yes. Does that mean you're taking my job? We are nearing the end of today's event, and with that, I would like to really reach out a personal and very special thanks to Hetty Huber. Please, Hetty. She spent countless hours coordinating the Mayor's Awards, and the script that goes with it is Hetty's work of art. So she is responsible for the efforts that went forth with her dedication, the legwork, the volunteer hours that make it a reality. Thank you on behalf of everyone here in the city of Fort Collins. Last year, when we met for the Mayor's Awards, we issued a challenge. Inspired by the words of Mother Teresa, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to make many ripples. We invited our community members to cast a stone, cast a vision, carry out a dream right here in Fort Collins. We issue that same challenge today. Feed your neighbor. practice justice, be a peacemaker. The problems that plague the world are daunting and they do overwhelm. But our award winners today show us in a very clear way that the challenge that are faced by a community can be confronted when we work cooperatively in a spirit of compassion and love and with possibility. One more word from Jean Bonnet. To work for community is to work for humanity. Thank you to all of you for working for humanity, for casting your stones on the water. The ripples you have sent out across the waters have made and intersected and merged, and you each have enriched our city, built our community, and contributed to our humanity. Keep casting those stones, and thank you from a grateful community.
Thank you, Mayor White-Connaught. Obviously a very busy woman, and this is the third year she's taken time out from her schedule to host these awards. And we can't say enough about the job that she does, and can't say how much we appreciate her coming here to this special event. And I'll echo her earlier statement that it was extremely difficult this year for the commission to choose the award winners. There wasn't a nominee that wasn't deserving of any of these awards, and it speaks volumes to the type of people that make up our community. And it's days like this. I look forward to this day every year because this room is filled with such good energy and such good people. And it's just a reminder of the type of community that we live in. I think we're all very proud to be residents of Fort Collins, and days like this just kind of confirm how proud we are. So kudos to all of the nominees, and a special thanks to the people who nominated individuals for these awards. We've had an increasing number of nominees every year. The quality of the nominees increases every year. And it does make our job difficult, but I guess we probably wouldn't have it any other way. So thank you all for coming out today to this great event, and we look forward to seeing you all next year. Good afternoon.